What's the most important component in your system? Chances are you're not thinking about tubes and fittings at this instant. But think again. More than 90% of all product contact surfaces in a normal pharmaceutical system come from tubes and fittings. Take a look at this. You're looking at a big proportion of your system. Most biopharm setups have an average of 3 welds per meter. This is where you're most vulnerable. And not surprisingly, it can be hard to locate the source of a problem. When you think about it this way, those little parts you take for granted assume a whole new significance.
Hi, I'm Pau Kramer, Market Manager at Alfa Laval. This could make an important difference to your production process. Saving on tubes and fittings could be false economy. What many people do not realize is that items like this only account for about 20% of the installation cost. 80% of the cost is welding qualification and validation. And the cost of welding varies greatly depending on the quality and weldability of the materials. So if you think you're making a smart saving by economizing on fittings, it's time to rethink.
I'm Sanna Bernhardt, Project Manager at Alfa Laval. Safety is of course the key priority when it comes to pharmaceutical and biotech. When you know the impact these components have, you'll only ever want to buy the best. Our Clover tubes and fittings undergo rigorous quality testing. And they're so clean, you can use them directly out of the box. These are products you can trust without question. When the safety of your product is at stake, it pays to choose quality.
Attention to detail is the hallmark of Alfa Laval Clover tubes and fittings. The raw materials are thoroughly audited and come only from suppliers with whom we have a long history. That means we can guarantee the best weldability. And before they leave us, they're thoroughly polished and cleaned to ensure the most hygienic surfaces possible and the lowest risk of contamination. But don't take our word for it. Take a look at this. We are dipping these tubes in phosphoric acid to see how clean they really are. As they react with the acid, the presence of contaminants such as polishing compounds shows up as discoloration. These are extracted by the acid, just like in a typical cleaning cycle. And here's the result. As you've probably guessed, the one on the left is the Alfa Laval Clover. So which would you rather have in contact with your product? Alfa Laval offers a comprehensive range of tubes and fittings through our own sales companies around the world, and over 1,500 sales and working partners. You have the flexibility to order a single item, a box, or an entire container for the best possible economy. Through our global channel network, orders are placed directly into our factories 24 hours a day. It really couldn't be easier. Whatever you choose, you can rely on the consistent quality of Alfa Laval Clover heritage, trusted by the leading names in pharmaceuticals the world over. We use only annealed and high-quality welded tubes, and every piece is checked and checked again for ultimate control. A technical bulletin by Henkel compares the differences between using what they refer to as cheap and expensive installation materials. The figures speak for themselves. The purchase price of cheap fittings is considerably lower, but the cost of installation and welding is higher due to variations in quality. In the end, the cheap material actually becomes more costly. Alfa Laval Clover fittings offer high quality at a competitive price.
Clover tubes and fittings have well-documented traceability on the materials and have relevant conformity declarations on elastomers and surfaces. The documentation is easily accessible on our online NTR database. So ask yourself this question: who polished your fittings? With Clover tubes and fittings from Alfa Laval, you'll always know the answer.
Consistent quality, contamination safety, easy weldability, low installation cost.